Know what that is? No, it is not green onions. No, I do not want green onions and ham. It's a scape. Scape. You heard it right. Scape. Looks like green onions though. I'll tell you that in a minute because I got to do something. And that's a little pepper that fell off, but I think I'm going to use it. We're going to go like this. That's chili. I got to get the can so you can see what it looks like. And when I don't feel like making my own stuff, I buy this every once in a while, so I'll show you. This is a really good flavored jackfruit. Regular jackfruit, I wouldn't buy this brand, but this flavored stuff is excellent. This shredded pork is excellent. This is the bread we're going to make. So I'm going to do this backwards. So this is the cheese I'm making, my homemade cheese. Alright, so it's almost done. So let me just show you what it does. So you just want this to bubble. I'll explain it once I show you how to make it. I just want you to see it in action because I got to let it cool a little bit and then pour it into my molds. So you're just going to put this on the stove after you mix it all together. You let it start bubbling for like 5 to 10 minutes. I say about 7 minutes is fine. You want it to bubble. You don't want it to like boil all over the place. So keep it on like medium to medium high. And after like 7-8 minutes, it needs to activate the red algae, the gelatin. So that's what you do. And you keep stirring it so it thickens up. You keep stirring it. Don't let it like gloopy. You don't want it gloppy and stuff, right? So I just wanted to share that with you so you can see it. See it? See it? Do you see it? It's going to go into these molds. Scape, red onion, organic. It sprouted one of those things. Then it turned into all this. That's gonna flour. That little thing in there is gonna flour. But I found out you could eat these. It tastes like mild red onion. Woman. Alright, so that's what we're using. That's a scape. It's not called a leaf or a stem. It's called a scape. I do not own this music. Jerry Rafferty, right down the line. Awesome song. Giving me darkest night. Inside of me, brought me into the light. Alright, while the cheese is cooling down a little bit, because I still got to mix it, go to thrivemarket.com. This is great. Or use your own vegan. Is that a little loud maybe? Or get your own vegan cheese, but this is excellent. Thrivemarket.com. It's, let's see, it's soy free, it's gluten free, it's cholesterol free. It's free! You don't even have to pay for it. And that's what's in it. Can you see it? Alright, next. So you get that, and you get this agar powder. I try to buy only things that are recyclable. Stay away from bags, stay away from foils, stay away from 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 plastics. Stick with number 1s and 2 plastics, cans, and glass. I also eat 1 meal a day, vegan, non-GMO, and organic, and I started growing my own food indoors a year and a half ago. I'll take you on the quickest tour after this. So in a blender, get yourself 15 ounces of your favorite non-dairy milk. I usually use almond milk. I can use water too. Tonight I used water. You really won't notice a difference because almond milk and stuff is usually pretty watery anyway. So you're going to do 4 tablespoons in the blender, 15 ounces of your milk or water, vegan milk, and 1.5 tablespoons of this. 4 tablespoons, 1.5 tablespoons. You can do the next thing if you want. I'll explain why or why not. Do not buy this. I had to buy it. I couldn't figure out any other way, but I'll never buy it again because you can't recycle this. Even if it tells you you can, and this one actually doesn't. But you can't recycle these anywhere. At least I haven't found anywhere to recycle these kind of bags. Unless you can get it in one of these things here, but I couldn't find it. So arrowroot is great because unlike other kinds of starch and flours, you can mix it in cold or hot. It won't clump up. Most stuff will clump up if you put it in hot. So if you want the cheese to look slightly melty, or like sliced, then don't use this. If you want it to have a good melt to it, then do about a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of this in the blender. All right, that's basically it. Salt and pepper to your taste and liking. All right, so in the blender, 15 ounces, water or milk, 4 tablespoons, 1.5 tablespoons, 1 to 2 teaspoons if you want of the arrowroot, salt, pepper to taste. Blend the heck out of it, pour it in a pan on the stove like you saw, medium to medium high, 7-8 minutes, get it bubbling around, activate the algae, which is red algae here, the gelatin, and then pour it into molds. Pour it into molds. Now I came up one short because I probably didn't fill the can up all the way because the music's on, I'm taking care of plants, I got other parts of the dinner going, and I'm just kind of being a little silly and goofy tonight. So that should be filled up. I tasted it, it's still nice and cheesy and everything. I probably like shortened the can by a couple ounces. These aren't that deep, these are only like an inch deep maybe, 3/4 of an inch deep, and about 3 inches long. So the full can, the 15 ounces will make 4 of these. I don't know, I didn't buy this on purpose. The recipe actually just came out like that. It might be like 3/4 deep by an inch deep by 3 by 2 maybe. So whatever that is. Anyway, I'm going to throw this in the fridge, 20 minutes, it will be solid, it will be cold, and I can use it. I keep it on the cutting board because these are flimsy. Once they're done, you can pop them out and put them in Tupperware. If you don't have anything like that, you can put it in Tupperware, like a block or whatever it is, rectangle, square, and just pop it out, cut it, what you need, and then put it back in. You just go around the edges with a knife, and it will pop out easily. I've done it before. All right, bread real quick. Again, this bag says it's recycling, but you can't. I have flours that I use, but they're not on this bread flour that puffs up so really awesome. I've tried it, didn't work out well, but I do make other breads and stuff. So now I'm looking for a way. Hold on here. I don't know if it's the malted barley, but this stuff comes out like wheat bread. Not wheat bread, yeasted bread. It's really awesome. It tastes amazing. And you can do it on the stove. Like I make pizzas. I'm going to make this closed sandwich. I'm going to call it a quesadilla. And what else I've made? Open face sandwiches, veggie sandwiches, all kinds of stuff. Bread of all different kinds is great. But now I got to figure out if I can get like a wheat flour and a barley flour in containers. Like I get my oat flour, my rice flour, and some bean flours. But it doesn't come out the same. It doesn't even come close to tasting as awesome as this. So I got to find something that I could replace this with in containers that can be recycled. All right, over here real quick with the bread. It's so simple. I do 1.5 cups of flour. That will get you probably two good sized ones of these that I'm going to make, or maybe 3 if you stretch them out smaller. So if you have a family to feed, then you probably want to do like 3 cups of flour. Salt to taste, pepper to taste, sprinkle some baking powder on, and the only thing here that's not non-GMO besides this is this. I had to go with this time around. Everything else that you saw that I use is non-GMO and organic and vegan and everything like that. So salt, pepper to taste, sprinkle the baking powder, and all you're going to do is add water until it comes out like a pancake batter. Not too liquidy. You can do that if you want it real thin, but like kind of like pancake batter drippy. It will solidify and start pulling like a yeast almost. So you'll learn to play with that, because if it sits for a couple minutes, that's what's going to happen. And then on the stove, 5 or 6, get the oil real hot, and you're going to do like maybe 2 minutes on each side, and then fill it up because you want to be able to flip it before it gets too done where it will be crispy and it will crack. So you don't want it to do that, right? So I'll show you how to do that. Now what I'm thinking about doing is I got to use this. It's been in the fridge a couple of days, and I just opened this last night. Oh, here's the chili. This tastes like hot dog chili. Good stuff. So I might make one of these, and then if I can perfectly divide cheese down the middle and layer the cheese, and then put this down, and then more cheese on it, and then on the other half do it with this, so I can have 2, and then I'll just cut it right down the middle, and it should make 2 perfect halves. You think I could do it? I think I can. Let's see how sloppy it comes out or how neat it comes out. So with the chili, I'm going to use the scape. I'm going to use the red onion scape. And the pepper. I think I'm going to put the pepper in there too. Look at this little guy. I don't know if it's, really done because it fell off the other day. But yeah, we're going to do that. So real briefly here, I'm doing garlic the same way with the organic garlic that's sprouted. You can eat those scapes as well. This pepper is not bad, but it's supposed to be a yellow, red, and orange mini bell pepper. So, it's kind of off a little bit. Sorry about my camera. Sometimes it wants to work and focus. Sometimes it doesn't. I reseed these. I'm going to explain that later. These might be too young a seed since it fell off. They look kind of like they're not ready. So, yeah, I just want to share that with you as well. There you go. A little bit of focus. All right, I'm going to take you on a tour in a minute. Mix up your flour real good. While the cheese is in there getting cold, I'm going to take you on a quick tour of indoor gardening. All right, you can do this in your basement, in your garage, in your workshop, in your rooms. I have a second floor, 2-bedroom apartment. This is my newest one about a month ago. These are all strawberries. When you see vines, that means they're babies. They're basically all babies. When I get into the other room where there's no music, I'll explain this to you. If you want to do strawberries, get ready for a ton of them. I'll talk about the shelving in there later as well. Here's some beautiful cilantro. Everything's non-GMO organic seed. I'll tell you what, if it ain't, what it is. This is growing super fast. That's wild mint over there. That's like my 5th plant from my original one. You'll see another one in the room. It grows amazing. I got it from a creek by the mountains, by a mountain creek stream. Here's pomegranate, edible bonsai pomegranate. Tomato seed must have fell in there, so that's good. All right, some more strawberries, and here's some starting baby, I don't know exactly, but there's probably peppers. There's gonna be peppers in there, large ones and mini ones. There's some celery. Here's all the strawberries. Here's one that's burying over here, like that. Basil I clipped a few times. This one went to seed. There's another little guy behind there. There's those scapes. That's Brussels sprouts. Behind it is Brussels sprouts. That's Roma tomatoes. I think they're grape tomatoes. This one's maybe Campari tomatoes. There's sage that I cut a few times in the back. That's growing back nicely. I'm not a professional, by the way. I just did this and I wung it. There's some red romaine growing there. Awesome in the back. I used a few. Here's some beautiful, different kind of romaine. This leaf is huge. This is the best I've grown it. It's huge. Like probably about 10-inch leaves. So that's really cool. There's some radish starting here. You can eat the radish greens, by the way. If I remember correctly, I haven't done it yet. It's on my second time with bell peppers, which you saw over here. The mini guys were behind it. I think you can eat these leaves as well. I'm pretty sure. So I gotta look it up because I'm gonna do it. Brussels sprout leaves you can eat. There's some oregano. All right. This is giant Italian parsley with giant leaves. There's potatoes. The potatoes are sprouted red potatoes from the store, organic. Here's Campari tomatoes, same thing, organic from the store. I used the seeds after I ate them. These are non-GMO, organic, giant bell peppers. And you can see one there and one over there. There's a few of them in there. It's growing beautiful. And I ate them and seeded them. Here's some giant celery. What happened to this? I have to cut this, it broke. So giant celery, I just cut it as I need it. I never usually let it grow to its full mature size because it's great. It still tastes wonderful and it's at perfect size for eating it. And you're gonna see strawberries, and then you're gonna see wild mint again, and then some more strawberries, leftover carrot. That's a garlic thing too, scape. Came out of the garlic clove when I cut it open. I stuck it in without roots and it's growing. Some leftover cucumbers. Yeah, and that's it here. All right, strawberries. So nice and neat in this room. And strawberries. So here's where it started with the strawberries, and I got my racks. Here's some beautiful berries growing here and over here. And then tons of vines with babies. So I started with 2 of one kind and 4 of another. November of 2021. So a year and a half later, May of 2023, I have now like 140 something. And I gave some away. I gave like 8 away, 6 away, something like that. And a couple died as I tried to baby them. I don't know why, but only a couple. Most of them are awesome. So the first 6 months, they only produced like 4 or 5 babies. And then the next 6 months, maybe another 4 or 5 babies. Then this past year, 2022 to 2023, like in that 7 to 8 month range, actually just exploded. So like you saw this right here, like look, and the other room was doing that too. The whole shelving system was like that. I had them on the floor. I had them everywhere. But they're awesome and fun. But if you're going to get into strawberries, they said could produce runners, which are these, and they make daughter plants. So as you see this plant here, I cut and clipped. It produced here to this one, and this one produced here to this one, and this one's producing again. See what I mean? So it said could produce runners. I basically started a strawberry farm without even trying. All right, so real briefly, you can grow onions and garlic and lettuces and spinaches and radishes. The greens of radishes are awesome. And cucumbers and different tomatoes and all the herbs that I got. You can do this. Hyper tough shelves, 3 foot by 16 inches deep by 6 feet tall. 5 adjustable shelves, 3 different colors. Walmart online, $60 tax and shipping included. The lights are GE grow lights. Let me show you those. So the GE grow lights are red and blue spectrum, but they are white light, which I like. I don't like that purple haze looking stuff. And as you can see, they're called from start to finish, or fruit to seed, or seed to fruit. It doesn't matter what size plants they are. They're growing perfect. And there's flowers. This is a cosmos flower. Look, this doesn't even sit under the flowers. Look, I grew this right here on this table. It doesn't even sit under the flowers. So the light is absolutely fabulous. You only need the 2 foot light. You don't need the 3 foot. So 3 foot is the shelving. And it's great too because I put plastic up there, and like these foam boards. And I used to use wood, but the wood is so expensive now that I can't buy it. It's just super, super expensive to buy wood to cut this. Anyway, you can use it as shelving or put plants up there, whatever you want to do. So 3 foot shelves, 2 foot lights. The grow lights were like $30 to $40 the first few times I bought them at Walmart. Then they were out of stock at $55. But the whole time, everybody was, let's see. Nah, you can't listen. I'm trying to get you a good thing while I'm talking here. So anyway, I paid like, for this set right here, I had to pay $70 per light, but that was still cheaper than anybody. Home Depot and Lowe's were selling for like $79, so I saved $10 per light anyway. Other people were selling for like $115. You know, like Best Buy and weirdo places that you never heard of. Home Depot and Lowe's were in the $75 to $80 range. So even at $70, I think it was Lowe's maybe had it on sale that time that I bought it. But Walmart is always the best for their prices, and they're excellent. You can plug them into each other. They drop down and they plug into each other, and then they go in a surge protector. You can put them on all day or all night, depending on how you want to work it. You water once a day. They're 40 watts. They don't do anything to your electric bill. It's real simple to do this, so don't get scared like, well, that's a lot of work. It's not. You water it once a day, and then you turn the light on for 6 to 9 hours. I never do more than 9 hours, 10 if I forget. They say 16 to 18. I say no way. You see all the stuff I got? It's grown perfectly, and it's only 6 to 8 hours, 9 hours tops. So like if you want to leave the lights on when you're at work, fine, or if you want to feel safer and put them on overnight while you're sleeping, and then shut them off when you get up in the morning, you can water at night or in the morning. Here's how I water. It's so simple. It takes less than 5 minutes. You fill this up. You get it from Home Depot for like $15. I took the wand off. It's a weed killer, so it has like a wand. I took it off. I bought this, and I bought this kitchen hose from, online at Home Depot also. And you spray your dishes with it. So I hooked that up, and you pump it up a few times. You water your plants. It's so beautiful to water your plants. You can do them inside or out. It's gentle, and you can use this as a camping shower, or you go to the beach. You want to wash your feet off before you get in the car, or you're like me and you find rocks and they're dirty, and you want to know if you want to bring them home or not. You do it like this. I make rock art and stuff like that. Sometimes you bring it home and it's like, that's not as good as I thought. Alright, so like I said, non-GMO, organic, vegan, grow your own food if you can, buy only what truly can be recycled. You grow your own food is awesome. So like in your apartment, in your basement, in your garage, in a workshop. It's really, really simple. It makes the house look beautiful and nice. You don't even have to put on other lights when you got those on, because they're such a beautiful, nice, light white light. Plus, you save a ton of money. If you just did herbs alone, like 5 different herbs, you probably save yourself $30 to $40 per month. That's per month. Now, if you add a little bit of lettuce in, celery and stuff, you could save easily $100. You buy the stuff, it's not that expensive. The pots, the seeds are cheap, non-GMO and organic. And get one of these systems set up. The second year, you'll make everything back, and you'll save so much money. You could probably save easily $100 or more a month on food shopping, easily. Okay, let me go over this real quickly here. So I had one of these today, and I'm going to have this with my dinner, and I'll show you what it looks like. So start with this. So this is great company, Amazing Grass. The flavors that I recommend, tangerine is excellent. Lemon lime is very good. Berry is very good. And chocolate is good. But remember, they're green grass juices, so it's like watery. It's not going to be like these guys over here. This company here, Garden of Life, is excellent. This is a raw one. You can get a different flavor. This is plain. So what I do, since it tastes like maybe a little light lettuce or something, I take half and half, and I do that up. They're grass juices. They're different grasses, but they're also plants and veggies and stuff. Look them up online. You can see exactly what's in it. This one's raw. This one is not. They're all organic, non-GMO, vegan, all that kind of stuff. It helps keep you alkaline. I'll explain that in a minute. Here's one of my favorites. This spirulina is fresh and saltwater produced in Hawaii. And if it comes in, you'll be able to see it here. So you see it says naturally contains. Now, they're not listing all of it on the package anymore, but I got the scientific data sent to me to make sure. A, K, and B12 is super high still, like 200 to 300%. So, and it's naturally occurring. And then the other stuff is over here, high on iron and 4% protein and stuff like that. So that's a really good thing. Now over here, these aren't just protein. These are like meal replacements. 20 grams of protein and tons of vitamins and minerals. I like this one better. Way more ingredients. You can get it in raw too, which is good. Vanilla is very good. The chocolate's kind of like blah, but it's drinkable and really good. If you mix their chocolate with, like, say, an almond milk or some kind of vanilla milk, it makes the chocolate taste really good. This chocolate is excellent. Out of all the ones I've had over the years, this chocolate is the best by Vega One. But there's a difference between Vega One and this. They only use basically flax and pea protein as their protein. These guys use tons of really cool things. Check it out online. I'll just tell you a couple right here. It's too small for you to see probably. So they use the pea, they use brown rice, they use amaranth, buckwheat, azuki beans, garbanzo beans, pumpkin seed, sunflower, flax, lentil, sesame seed, millet, amaranth, chia, hemp. These all kinds of stuff. And that's just for the protein. As you can see, the list of ingredients is huge. And then over here, it's not so much. But they're both really good. They both have vitamins and minerals. Some natural, some they synthesize in the lab. The mocha flavor is good. The chocolate is excellent. The peppermint or the mint, I think they just call it mint, is incredibly strong. I use my spearmint that I showed you, but I did buy it to try it. Stay away from their vanillas, French or regular. I'm telling you right now, don't waste your money on their vanilla. It is, I don't know why, but it is just not a tasty thing. You'll probably wind up dumping it out. I tried to mask it in chocolate. I tried to put coffee in it. I couldn't get rid of the weird taste that it had. So I would recommend either this or, if you know your own, an alkalinity to acidity. So if you're acidic, you'll have allergies, rashes, sicknesses, diseases. If you're alkaline, 7 to 8 pH, you'll be healthy. Just think of a pool. Your pool is crystal clean. If the pH drops below 7, it starts getting cloudy, cloudier and cloudier, algae growth and all that. It's the same thing in your body. So keep all that plant material and green stuff and all that kind of stuff, all right? So here's the green grass juice real quick. I keep it, stir it up. It's not gritty, it's not grainy, and it's really good. The tangerine is excellent. So if you like an orangey tangerine, you'll love this. It's their best flavor. Okay, so the cheese looks like it's done. I'll cut it and get the meal prepared. Alright, so here. Good on crackers. good on wraps, good on everything, pizzas, everything. All right. All right. So get it like that. Don't worry about lumps. It won't make a difference. All right, but if you want to go stir crazy, then do it. Okay, I got to work this quick. So I'm going to give it like two minutes, flip 2 minutes, and then I got to pack it, flip it, and then we can talk. I'll try to show you how to pack it. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. So I just flipped it. So it kind of came out a little thicker than I wanted to because I'm trying to fit both of those on. It takes practice. This is only my second time going to do a quesadilla with a flatbread. It actually worked out better the first time. I made a vegan cheese chili pizza on top like that, but I'm going for the inside this time. So, you know, it's practice, but you get it so you can actually flip it and bend it without it breaking or cracking. Alright, so it's going to probably break and be messy because I messed the bread up a little bit. Like I said, it takes practice with this bread on the stove, but it looks good. And like the other one, it's probably going to be a little bit too filled. I got to get maybe I think I'm going to have to thin the bread out a little next time. Alright, let me get going so I can do this. Alright, so it's a little bit too filled. The bread's a little bit too thick. I'm going to let it crisp a little bit. It's going to be hard to flip, but I'll manage. And I'll probably keep this video anyway because it shows you what to do. You guys might be real good at making bread and flipping them. You can do quesadillas, but I like this flatbread, and I don't have to buy quesadillas or make them. I like this a lot better, this bread, actually. But, you know, a lot's going to ooze out. I think what I'm going to have to do next time is thin it out, the batter, more when I want to make them like this, and keep it like this when I want to make pizzas and stuff. So anyway, do it your way, however you want to do it. It's still going to taste great. It's just not going to be a nice closed quesadilla. It will be a little bit sloppy. I was so hungry I couldn't show you. So I ate it. Sorry. So that one part of the bread was weak, so it flipped. I used a fork and a spatula, but it still did that. Good news is I've had the chili on top of the bread, so it's not that bad. But we're going to see how this part comes out. Looks pretty good. It was so thick that I couldn't add the extra cheese that I wanted to, but it still looks like it's going to be cheesy and good. Again, just play with the bread so you can thin it out and make it more quesadilla-like. Although this will be good because you can use a fork and a knife if you need to and cut it up. You know, like one of those Mexican-style burrito dishes or something. Alright. Looks good. It's going to be a little messy. I'm going to cut that off with the knife so it makes it look nice and neat. And I might be able to pick that up with my hands to try that. Pulled pork cheese quesadilla on homemade flatbread. Good news is the bread's always tasty. Sailor Man and Sailor Sam, searching everyone for the band on the run. My favorite song as a kid. Alright, it's still a little hot. I just wanted to get that in. Show you my singing skills. I picked it up, didn't break. It's delicious. It's actually delicious. Really, really good way to have pulled pork. Just gotta make it a little cleaner, a little bit more presentable, thin it out a little bit more. Excellent though. Excellent. I like the chili one better. I don't know, maybe tonight I'm just in a more mood for chili, but excellent. Really good stuff. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you got some inspiration to grow your own food and veganism and non-GMO, organic, and 1 meal a day and recycling and all that kind of great stuff. I'll probably use the rest of the batter and just make some kind of topical, maybe I'll make a topical pulled pork. I'll just lay some cheese down and pulled pork and eat it on the flatbread without folding it over, just for the heck of it. But it's good, it's delicious. Do it your own way, make your own chili, make your own pulled pork. You can do it with jackfruit. I've done it before. I made ribs with jackfruit. Sometimes I just feel like buying that or this when I'm not in the mood for making anything. Once in a while thing. But it's good. It's excellent. Alright? Did you make it 30 minutes? Woo! This video turned out long. Alright, lots of love to you. Hope you enjoyed the music. I don't own the rights. Copyrights go to everyone record companies and the people who sang and wrote the songs. Lots of love to you all. Bye-bye.